That toy life.
To catch these ghosts, you need the real Ghostbusters.
Nice landing, Han Solo.
Spaceships and Luke Skywalker sold separately. Batteries not included.
That toy life.
There we go.
Wow, I didn't know Ray
so
sung
good.
that the whole time we
I
were
know.
coming.
You didn't know that?
Wow.
This whole time it was me.
I didn't know you were.
And I was
that.
doing all the interpretive dance to it. So I'm the guy over there like, I wish I had like a little flag so I could be like, and spell out that toy life with it.
So
Anyway.
welcome to another episode of That Toy Life. I'm Ray, joined by our other two hosts, Austin and what's your name again?
DC,
Ashley.
his name is Ashley Dick Collectors.
Wow, wow, that hurt. Because that's not exactly what my name is.
Is
there.
it pronounced Deek? Is that how you pronounce it? Deek Collectors?
No, it's DC Collectors.
Oh, like those comic books.
Yes.
I thought it was like
funny
that
books.
children's production company, Deke.
Deke.
That's what I was thinking of. Deek.
Yeah.
Remember that? What was it? Who was on that label? Because I want to say it was like Turtles or somebody, or like Ghostbusters.
Some of them. Oh God, the one I most
I think
recently
Ghostbusters was on there for a little bit.
I think also that the latest show I remember being on it was I think that Archie's Weird Mysteries show. I think had it at the end. I watched an episode or two of that because I was thinking, oh, it's Archie. Let's see what it's about. Oh no, it's just sci-fi crap.
Y'all, here's a good question. I'm going to throw this out there. I know it's not toy related, but sort of toy related.
Okay.
What was your favorite obscure Saturday morning cartoon?
Oh,
Obscure. Don't come at me with like the. I mean,
Recess.
well, I don't know. That one kind of was obscure a little bit, but I don't know. I mean, is there anything better you can think of? I'm trying to think myself. I'm just trying to think. There have been random things. Like I remember one time for a little bit. You remember like when like they would throw out like the Mask and Ace Ventura cartoons.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, when they're trying out all those different shows. There's the
I
Dumb
didn't
and
even know
Dumber
they did
show.
Dumb and Dumber. See, I didn't know they did Dumb and
remember
Dumber, and then I find out as an adult, and I'm watching it now. So
basically, like all the big Jim Carrey '90s shows, '90s maybe main TV shows for a little bit. Yeah,
and the art was great for them. That was my thing. Like it reminded me of the Clerks cartoons. No matter what you thought about if you cared for the Kevin Smith property, I just love the animation style. That style just looks so cool. Anytime I see stuff that's in that kind of animation style, I dig it. Like I've seen some comics. The Stray Dogs comic series that's out right now kind of reminds me of Clerks animated series a little bit. But yeah, no, I in terms of obscure, the only other thing I could think of is like there was that '80s Chuck Norris movie, cartoon series that was like.
I remember that.
But it was based on the toys.
Was it? Is that what it was? I was going to say I remember that, and it was basically like G.I. Joe with Chuck Norris.
Yeah.
I can think of one.
It could just be children's programming too. I said Saturday mornings, but it could be just afternoon programming for kids too.
Yeah, I'd say, I wasn't a big fan of it, but I remember the Free Willy cartoon. Do you remember that?
Completely forgot about that.
Completely
forgot about that. Wasn't there a female?
Huh?
Wasn't there a girl whale or something?
Okay, so Jesse came back, I think, but he learned how to talk to Willy now. And we could communicate with the animals. And Willy, so they could have a voice actor for the animals. Talking animals was big for kids shows. I think there was also a female seal character.
Maybe that's what I'm thinking of. For whatever reason, I'm thinking of a female orca or something like a. I don't know.
I don't think
Maybe
Randolph was in it though.
Oh, he wasn't. I
don't
Randolph.
think he was. Yeah,
not even Michael Madsen.
Michael Madsen didn't even know he was.
Man, I love it.
But other than that, I would say all the knockoff trying to get a piece of the Turtles action shows. I watched all of those at one point or another. I watched the Cowboys of what do they call it? Cowboys of Moo Mesa. The mutant Cowboys of Moo Mesa. Yeah. Biker Mice from Mars. Street Sharks.
Street Sharks. I was about to say Killer Sharks for some reason. Street Sharks.
Street Sharks was insane. I had the first episode.
Here's a weird trivia piece about that show. I found out fairly recently that Vin Diesel, like one of his early gigs was, I guess, I don't know if it was like at trade shows or toy conventions or something. He was pushing those street sharks.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think that was like one of his early gigs.
If you really want to get into stuff, man,
That's all I'm thinking about.
You're never gonna find anything cooler than these sharks, especially this one on roller skates. You're never gonna be as fast as that.
And what you buy your family.
Yeah, I was gonna say he was gonna.
Family.
He somehow was gonna be like, in society, shark means familia. Mi familia. Papi.
That's become his persona now. And that, at the start of his career when he was getting big, that was nothing in his persona. He was much more of a lone. He was pushing for a lone wolf career. He wanted that big lone wolf career that
I'm not like
he was
big
I'm
by
himself.
Dom. Yeah, he's like, I'm not Dom. I'm not this, because I mean, he was just like, he seemed like he wanted to be a one and done kind of guy.
He got out of the Fast and Furious as fast as he could. Like after that one blew up, I think he got a little big headed. I'll admit it. I like Vin Diesel, but he's got an ego, and it still shows today.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
With all the stuff you hear, like behind the scenes, how they can't lose certain fights. They can only take so many. If it's a boss battle type fight, they can only take so many hits. They don't want to look too weak.
Wow,
so like that. But
my thing is I remember reading about all that stuff, and to be honest, like me as a director would take that stuff into consideration. Like me, that's what I feel like. That's a director's job, but I feel like that's so out of taste. Like it's not tasteful for like an action star to be like, look, you can't be doing this to me, and I mean, it's like, come on, man.
Yeah,
like,
well, I think even to an extent, I think The Rock even had
probably
some stuff
does.
like that, especially for Fast 5, because they had the big throwdown in Fast 5.
Well, they had a big throwdown in real life behind the scenes.
Yeah, I was going to say behind the scenes on that one. Yeah, and I remember that going back and forth, and I knew Vin was probably the bad guy in that and the instigator. I mean, it just sounds like he was probably
he was throwing his power around. I think because he was the big dog on set. Because he starting once he realized finally that the Fast and Furious franchise was his lifeblood. I think he started really digging his hand into that pie. He wanted more control over what was going on,
making it more of a corporation, making it something like, so it's going to be a money train for him.
I mean, and it is now. Yeah, I still haven't seen this new one, but I'm dying to see it.
Oh,
I haven't seen it.
Yeah, I have.
Is it good? Is it supposed to be really? Is it modeled to be sort of the final movie?
Let's not go to the extreme of saying something like, is it good? Let's say
it's a Fast and Furious movie.
I mean, in regards to all the Fast movies, is this a good entry in the franchise?
Yeah.
And is it supposed to be the end?
No, it's not the end. It's not the end. There's two more, I believe.
Yeah, I think they've announced that the 10th one, the next one, is going to be the final one for this series.
Okay,
I wouldn't mind another Hobbs and Shaw. I kind of enjoyed that more.
That was good.
Expected.
Yeah, that was good. Hobbs and Shaw was good.
Yeah. Well, I think one thing that really did, and it's unfortunate now because he can't come back. But Idris Elba he was a fun villain. I think he was probably one of the funnest villains that they've had maybe since. Well, then again, he wasn't far back, but since Jason Statham was the main villain of a movie for them.
Yeah. I know that the franchise couldn't pull this out of them to do it. I mean, they couldn't do it, but if only, like my dream casting, if I could do a sequel to Hobbs and Shaw, it would be a much more like, in-depth villain. And I would beg Dave Bautista to do it.
That would be pretty cool. I've heard the rumor mill for like the sequel that's in development. The bad guy who's behind, I mean, both of you have seen it, right? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So the bad guy that was basically, the Idris Elba's puppet master, which we never saw him. Apparently, the idea is they want Keanu Reeves for that role. That's been
really. I was always thinking it was what's her name,
Cypher.
Yeah. No. Yeah. What
Charlize
is her name?
Theron.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, I mean, that was the stuff I've heard in terms of like, I think people from the production were talking about like what their idea was for a sequel, and I think they want to get him into it if he's interested. And Keanu Reeves, he seems like he could see it. He'd probably just be all for it. He loves to jump into stuff.
Yeah, I feel like that would be almost too easy of a get though at this point. It's just because he's so humble now that he would do it, and I feel like it would almost be a blemish to his career if he did that.
But I could see him doing it just because I could see him wanting to be a fun villain. Just like an 80s style, action villain.
He was great as the villain in that movie he directed, The Man of Tai Chi. That was a great movie. The choreography, alone was great, and all the different fight styles and stuff you got to see in the movie. And then on top of that, Keanu Reeves playing like a real. I don't want to say corny, but he was trying to play like the stereotypical kung fu villain, and he was great. I thought it was great. I need to watch that again. I need to buy that. I haven't bought it. I need to buy it.
I don't know, man. I'm not a Reeves fan.
You never liked Keanu? Dude, I love Keanu since like Bill and Ted, and then when he did Speed, I just thought like he could do no wrong after Speed.
Yeah, okay, so he was good in Bill and Ted. He was decent in Speed, but he's got his voice. No, his voice is the same for every movie.
But I think at this point, like for me, it's part of the charm.
Really? Because I can't get over it. I can't get over it. Like when he played Constantine, it was like you have ruined Constantine.
I loved him as Constantine. I love that movie.
It's kind of I would say it's kind of like the Duchovny thing. Because Duchovny is very similar in the same way. He can put a little bit more range into his roles, but he still has a very, especially when he's playing Fox Mulder, he's very deadpanish in most of his line delivery. You know? And that's the same for I'd say that's very similar to how Reeves does, but like I said, it's part of the charm. I think if you can get through, if you can embrace it, it's much more enjoyable, I guess.
Well, David Duchovny's best role to me was when he played that hand model.
Zoolander. But what about male models? I just explained this to you, all of it. The best part of that was the fact that he had a hand that was
in the glass thing.
It was like, oh God, or what do you call it? Environmentally sealed or whatever.
Yeah. What do you call it?
I had the name in
starts with a C. Yeah. I want to say
it's not cryogenically sealed.
Yeah, I guess he wouldn't be. He wouldn't have a hand.
But God. So well, speaking of like franchises and movies, Marvel's about to hit their new big entry. That's getting away from the old guard. Last movie that came out was Black Widow. Now we're actually getting someone completely new with Shang-Chi.
I'm excited for that.
Yeah.
The thing is like I've been seeing toys rolling out for it early, obviously because of the pandemic, I guess, throwing everything off. But I've seen the toys rolling out for it, and it looks cool. I just don't know anything about the
character
story or the character. Yeah.
Well, now, go ahead.
No, go ahead, Ashley.
I was going to say now you can get all the toys on clearance.
Yeah.
I was going to say now they're on clearance. The movie hadn't even come out yet.
Yeah.
I'd probably just get the Shang-Chi figure just because I like Simu. What's his? Is it Simu Liu?
Simu Liu? Yeah, Samu Liu?
Yeah. Because I loved him in Kim's Convenience, but yeah, I'd just get it just because it's him, just have him in an action figure. But I'm a little bit, I want to say I'm a little disappointed in Disney for how they're approaching the release for this movie, because it seems like they're putting a little bit more pressure on it than they need to. Yeah. Because, Black Widow, they did the simultaneous release of theaters and the premiere on Disney Plus. This one, they're putting all their chips on the table and doing it exclusively theatrical.
Yeah.
Which is a risk. And right now it's a risk, I'd say, because, we're having a big resurge and a lot of people are getting sick. My niece actually just came down with COVID.
Yeah, it's getting bad again for sure.
I just felt like that's almost like an unfair risk you're putting on this type of movie, because this is a whole new type of hero. You're having a whole new, the first Asian superhero that's getting put on the big screen. I think of any of for the properties, of any of the big names. I don't think we've ever had Asian main character superhero.
Yeah, not like that, especially not with as far as I can tell, there's no backing character, like no backing star. You know, it's not like it's like the villain is Robert De Niro or something like that, where they try to market some way. No, it's a fresh movie. I mean, I like that they're going that way, but I bet it's probably not going to do that well in theaters just for that fact. I mean, people are so scared right now that they're not going to jump out and take a risk on a new Marvel movie that with nobody that they know.
And I wouldn't, you know. I just saw the Suicide Squad just like 2 weeks ago, and now I'm hesitant to go back to the theaters right now. And so that kind of. But this was one of those movies where if this was on premiere, I'd consider shelling out the $30 to watch.
Oh yeah, me too.
Me too. This looks like a fun movie. You know, this looks different from stuff they've done before.
We are seriously debating. I mean, I want to go see it, badly, but I mean, we're having debates in the house about whether to go see it Saturday or not. You know, like should we go or should we not? And there's a 45-day wait before it's on Disney Plus.
Yeah.
So it's only 45 days.
Yeah. And if I were to break down and do it, it would simply just because I like Simu. I always forget. I need to hear somebody involved with the cast say his name fully so I can know how to say it properly. Simu. But just to support him because I said I've been a fan of his stuff for a while. So I'd love to support him with this. And he seems so good natured. I saw him do a tweet a couple weeks ago where he went to see the Suicide Squad. He said he loved the movie. He was cheering that movie on.
Yeah. So, and plus I love Tony Leung. Tony Leung's in it, and he like I was telling you before, he was in this movie Red Cliff that I rewatched recently, and he's just so good in it. And then there's so if people hadn't seen that, they should check that out. I feel like it's kind of an underrated movie. It came out and then people don't talk about it, but in terms of like Hong Kong cinema, Red Cliff was a really ambitious movie from a man. It was a John Woo movie, and he's not really known that much for
That's John Woo.
Yeah, John Woo directed.
I did not know he directed that.
And so, and that's the thing too, is he's so known for his more action films, like Gunslinger kind of action and stuff like that. This was a big, horse and sword kind of movie. God, and I'm talking about on a very large scale. I'm sure there's CG in it a lot, but I think they use a lot of stunt cast, a lot of soldiers and stuff too, and it's just all that, and then the tactics and stuff that they use in the movie is just beautiful. It's beautiful to watch. Like they do, I don't want to spoil anything, but they do one tactic that you see them unroll. It's basically like them sometimes catching the enemy off guard. So you kind of watch what their plan was this whole time kind of unfold. And they do this one maneuver where they basically close in the armies and close them into this weird puzzly formation, and it's called the Tortoise Shell. And if you look at it, it looks like the circles and stuff on the back of a tortoise shell. And they basically trap in an enemy army within your army. It's like you basically let them in and then close around them, and then you basically flanked them and surrounded them and closed them in. And it's like but within that you have smaller people that are that are going on where they're surrounding the enemy and you're crushing them. So it's really cool.
That sounds crazy.
Yeah, so I can't wait to see him in Shang-Chi. I think it's going to be cool.
Is it supposed to be a specific war or period?
What, Red Cliff?
Yeah.
It was like 208 to 209 AD. So it wasn't long after Christ, I guess. Yeah. And the movie itself, I mean, there's two versions. There's like a theatrical version and an international version, and the international is like 5 hours long.
Oh, yeah. So we're hearing about that.
What was that? Zack Snyder's Red Cliff?
Yeah. They said it too. It's like ZS's. I was wondering what that meant. Now you saw the mystery. I was like, sneaky.
You have the one-on-one samurai. Well, no, that's not. That's wrong. It's Japanese. We're talking about Chinese.
Now we need Zack Snyder to go back and make the cut together the 9-hour cut of episode 1, The Phantom Menace. I remember that being like something that what's his name said existed. I'm like, there's no way.
Are you talking about that
Jake
70s
Lloyd.
show? Oh no,
no. Topher Grace was the thing. Topher Grace did that was notable was he edited all 3 prequel films into like a
one movie. Yeah, that's what it was.
Single film. And the thing is, everybody he's shown it to, they said it's amazing. Citizen. It's really well done, I think.
Why is your what's up with your lighting, Austin?
It's called strobes, you non-party monster.
So do we have some toy news to show?
I think we do. I was going to show off a little bit of the news here. Let me show y'all what I've pulled up before. Looks like Lego's got something on the horizon here. I thought we might all be interested in.
Oh,
we can look at some of the NECA news.
Yeah, I didn't know about this one. I might be pre-ordering this one. Oh my. Yeah, that's one Batmobile I've been wanting. Oh man, and the price is not bad at all.
Jesus, yeah. So this is the Batman Begins turn. Wow, only $40 and you get those minifigs too?
Yeah, I'm probably gonna pre-order this.
Wow, that's a good price for the Dark Knight trilogy.
Yep, that does look pretty cool.
Yeah, I like these minifigs.
Oh yeah, I mean, like I've been wanting to get one of these. I've been wanting to get a tumbler. I mean, there's the other version that you sent. When Austin pulls that one up, there's the second one. It's a little bit more detailed, so it's a little bit more pricey.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what is it? They're like super.
Oh, look, it's more like the Burton Batmobile type, where it's big and detailed.
Look at that! It even goes to Scary Face Batman from.
Oh yeah, the Nightmare Batman.
Yep.
That's cool.
The Nolan Nightmare Batman.
Yep. That is pretty cool.
The Nolan Mare.
And This is the big bad boy. Yep.
That does look beautiful though. I love like they've got the gold detailing.
Yep. Oh, when it comes with
it comes with the Heath Ledger Joker figure. That's
the Heath Ledger on the ledge.
Yeah, this is surprising. I was not expecting this to show up for Lego stuff. Oh man, like
look at all the details. Jesus.
Yeah,
the rubber wheels.
Yeah, this is great. Yeah, I wasn't expecting them to come back to this.
Hey, Lego, I'll review that for you if you need me to.
I was going to say we'll all do it. Just
let
us all review that.
That looks great because I've seen the original versions of those, and those go for a pretty penny now. So I'd see people trying to sell them on eBay, and I'm just thinking, wow, if money could walk.
Yeah.
No, that does look good though.
That is cool.
I may pre-order that first one though, that $40 one. Oh, that looks gorgeous.
Yeah, I think the $40 one's definitely good.
Yeah, set that up with my Batfleck, the Snyder Mobile.
Mm-hmm. Look at that. So that is going to be an awesome fig right there.
So this is the new
Batman Year 2 from Mcfarland.
Year 2 that they're coming out. Look at that. I love the cape. Well, I'm guessing this is going to be a deluxe or something.
Yeah, it's a freaking Target exclusive.
Looks
so it's
good,
based
though.
it's based on his artwork. But if you look close, the one with the super cool cape doesn't have arms because they're hidden. There's no arms because the cape takes it all.
Oh.
So it comes with an extra set of arms and a cloth cape. So if you don't want to display it with that huge cape, you get that. And yeah, but there's also, you see that card?
Mm-hmm.
Well, there's 1,000 signed cards by Todd McFarlane on the back of that card. Yeah.
Wow.
So, and the only, you can't see the card in the box. So the only way you know is the box says, like signed card edition or something on the front of it.
So why is he now learning? Now he's now going to start doing cloth capes. Like, what's up, Todd?
No, I think that's just
probably
for this one.
But I'm just saying, it just proves though that he could really do like good cloth capes though.
Yeah.
If you call that good,
if it comes out good, I don't know. I'm just basing this off, but I'm saying there's
yeah.
There's
possibilities. If I got that, I would display it with the other cape just because I like the way it looks, from the comics.
Yeah.
Now this is pretty. I heard about this.
Oh yes.
Yeah. So black suit variant. Did this ever actually appear in the show?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
Not that I don't remember it being in any of the shows.
Yeah, I'm currently watching the show and hadn't seen it yet.
Yeah.
So
I don't even think it's been in Justice League. I think this is just look, we already have this. Let's just repaint it and sell it to people again.
Repaint it, yeah. I do. My thing is I do kind of want it, but I just really don't like the cape. That's the only thing I don't like about this piece. I just don't like that cape.
Well, see, the problem, what he could have done is just put a little extra effort into it and made a Justice Lords version. of Superman. You know, from the Justice Lord's episode of Justice League Unlimited, or was it just the Justice League cartoon? I don't know.
I think it was Justice League because because the secret of that was like, what was it? That was what they become without Wally.
Yeah, and that thing is awesome. I can't wait to get that. I don't know how much it's going to be, but that is freaking. I think that's from
Batmo Beast.
Is that from the Dark Knight's Metal stuff?
Yeah, I think so.
It looks ridiculous enough to be from something Scott Snyder would do.
But I mean, it's in scale with the other figures, which is just fantastic. I know you're going to be able to stick a figure in there and drive him around your living room, but that's huge.
That does look great. Yeah, I mean, that's not going to be on my list of things I'd be looking for, but that does look great though.
Yeah, I don't know. There's no price or release date or anything yet. So.
I'd put it on the size of. I'd guesstimate
50 to 60.
I was going to go close to 60 to 70, but yeah, it could be 50 to 60.
Yeah, maybe $59.99. Maybe
I could see that. Yeah. I'm not sold on these Luthor characters. I saw these earlier this week.
Really?
Yeah, I like. Okay, the green suit one I will, but I was interested in getting the Superman suit, and then I actually saw how he looked, and I did not like the helmet because I liked the Luthor suit with the S when he didn't have that weird face covering when he was trying to do it looks like they're trying to dark side him.
Yeah.
So if it had been just that Luthor head on that figure, it would have been perfect.
Yeah. But you get that throne with that blue Luthor.
Yeah, yeah.
And that throne looks awesome.
Mm-hmm. That does look really cool.
Yep. I just wish Darkseid could sit in it, but I think Darkseid's a little too big.
Yeah. So is this McFarland's first Luthor figure then?
Yep.
Huh?
Yep.
Yeah, I do. I dig the sculpt for the regular green suit. That looks pretty solid. And we got some new stuff from NECA coming up. Oh, what's
that bad girl?
Let's see.
What are you talking about? Her? It's just a fan art.
Woman.
Oh, somebody taking
what's with the good guy stuff? Also,
I think they're just having some delays on the production.
Okay.
Tiffany. Oh, okay. So they haven't shown these yet. Then we can't wait to share Chucky and Tiffany with the world. Huh.
Dude, this is a pretty cool announcement where it looks like now they're going to be doing Yojimbo.
Yeah,
Saki Yojimbo.
I love it. That'd be if I could find that, that'd be a great one to have.
Yeah, I'd definitely grab him, especially if I can come across him in the wild. But I mean, they release a lot of the alien stuff, but this was the big release I thought was really cool. Was they're already showing Halloween kills.
Yeah,
like you can see this came out on the 24th, I think, is when they first showed this off. And oh man, that mask looks great. The sculpt mask.
That's creepy, man.
And I love if you look at his hand, they kept the damage. Yeah, he's got it wrapped now.
I couldn't even put that in my collection.
Why couldn't you?
Because I was scared he'd get up and kill my other action figures.
I was going to say
in the middle of the night.
Andy's upset that we don't have him yet because we just put out our Halloween stuff, and we put out our Scream figure, like the Ghostface guy, and then we've got Michael Myers from the Toonie Terrors. He looks great, but yeah, she's saying that we need to get a actual NECA figure of him.
Yeah, see, that's why you also get the Laurie Strode figure, so she counters him.
We definitely want that too.
Yeah,
but see, I think that right there? I don't know if that's the. So you get the burn.
Oh yeah, there is
the other
version
too.
Yeah, I didn't see that.
Huh. That is creepy.
Zoom in on the box a little bit, but I can't. Yeah, I don't think it will.
But I think that's him right here anyway. I think that's the other mask right there.
Yeah. This. Oh, okay. Yeah, this was that was the picture I saw. Oh, okay. Yeah, I see what you mean. Yeah. So there is a lot more damage on the one that he comes with, like that he comes already on his head.
Yeah, but we want Laurie too. That was another one we really wanted. I love that they're putting out all these gremlin ones, but I want the crazy eyes gremlin because I always pick at my wife and say she reminds me of that one, so I want to get that for her.
Oh, is that the brainy? Brain.
Yeah, the one that talks really proper.
Yeah. Also,
I saw a cool Funko Pop Gremlin when I was at GameStop the other day.
Oh, really?
I bet Austin would like that. Yeah.
Have we already looked at that Halloween?
I think we already looked at the one now. I know we looked at this, I think, right?
Yeah. We looked
I was going to say I flipped out over that, but
did we look at that already? The
yes.
It looks like Loomis and Michael Myers.
Yeah, they did a 2-pack. Yeah, from Halloween 2.
That actually looks awesome, especially with the Loomis figure. Get old Donald Pleasance.
Michael Myers is back.
Okay.
Someone pointed out. Have you seen the 4th and 5th? Have either of you watched? Well, Austin has. Have you ever watched the 4th and 5th ones? Ashley?
I think so. The 4th one was actually
Danielle Harris.
Yeah, one of my favorites. Yeah.
Yeah, it's funny how people talk about because in the first 2 Halloween movies, Loomis is he has kind of like the presence of a protector. He comes in, he saves Laurie, and stuff like that.
Yeah.
In the 4th and the 5th movie, especially, he's outright he's using this poor little girl as bait. He's grabbing her, carrying her around. It's like, come get her, Michael. Come get her. This is what you want, isn't it?
It's fresh. Get it, Michael. Man,
he does that in both movies. He does it at the end of the 4th movie. He does it in the 5th one too.
So crazy. Those movies are ridiculous. Those movies are so ridiculous. Man, I'll tell you one thing though. I guess this can count as part of my haul, but I feel like I had a pretty good haul this week.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if y'all can say the same, but I got some interesting stuff that I thought we could share in the show.
Yeah,
go ahead.
First thing we were talking about the NECA thing, and so I bought this. It's kind of not what I thought it was going to be, but there's this company, I guess they're called the Loyal Subjects.
Oh yeah,
they do these things called action vinyls.
Oh yeah,
I bought their Gizmo here.
Awesome.
Yeah. And it was like 11. Yeah, he was $11. But see, I thought he was going to be way bigger.
It's not Howie Mandel enough. You got to be more Howie.
I thought he was going to be bigger. But yeah.
That's 2 Bobby's worlds. That's not Mogwai enough.
Well, I guess. I'm sorry. That is Bobby's world.
But no, I was at a local toy shop and just something caught my eye in there, and I had the idea. I'm like, oh wait, I bet they'll take toys that I don't need anymore, so I could just try to trade in some stuff. And so I ended up seeing these Mcfarland Metallica figures. Do you remember in the early 2000s, Mcfarland was doing a lot of the Rockstar? I know they did the Kiss figures, and they did like Angus Young from AC/DC and stuff like that.
Wait a minute. This is like Back to the Future. You already did these. You showed these last week.
Did you show these last week? Yeah, 3 out of 4 of them.
So I had 3 out of 4 of them. I didn't know if I had shown all of them. I couldn't remember if we actually talked about it on the show.
Did
so
you get
we did. One? I've got the 4th one, and it sets up and everything. I mean, I've got it on my. I just don't have a way. I wish I could show it. But yeah,
got a diorama it.
Yeah, I'm gonna diorama it. So did I also?
You showed the one you were missing was it the bass guitarist?
Yeah, it was. What was
Kurt,
his name?
Kurt what's Hammett?
His name?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you build the drum set.
I was going to say, like, you remember last time, I think last episode, I talked about picking those up, and I think I got like a Superman figure and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Did I ever take him out of the pack?
No.
If I ever got him out. I think he's not around me anyways. Well, so I went back to pick up Kirk Hammett. I went back to pick up Kirk and couldn't believe that. Like when I went in there, I don't know. I had like a little bit extra credit in there. And so I told him, I said, look, I know this is probably not as much as you want, but how about we trade and you will call it even. And so I got this new Middle Earth, the Weta Mini
Balrog.
I got the Balrog.
Oh, wow. That's awesome.
Yeah. This thing is heavy. And it was like listed. I mean, they're the actual company, they sell, I think it's almost $100.
Wow.
They were selling it for $80 in the store, and I did it, I think, like $60 in trade in.
Wow. Run, you fool!
Yeah.
Wow. No, so is this like
fly, you fools?
Fly. My bad.
I mean, because that's not based on the movie depiction, though, is it?
Yeah, it is.
It is.
Yeah, they're the like Wada's doing. They're like based on the movies, but they're kind of almost like animated versions of
exaggerated
but they're just like almost like animated toonish versions of the stuff.
Yeah,
I've got the Frodo. He's just not in here with me, but I have Frodo. But man, I've seen the Gandalf. I think I'm gonna get Gandalf pretty soon because he was $20. But man, he was tall. He was really good.
So what'd you trade in?
Just like old figures, like in the box. Just had like some of the old. I had doubles of the Ghostbusters figures and stuff like that. It wasn't anything like Star Wars stuff. It was just like old random some Star Trek stuff I had still in the boxes and things like that.
It's crappy.
Stuff you wouldn't care about.
Just get rid of that
stuff that was just sitting. Yeah, it was just like stuff sitting in boxes that wasn't going anywhere. I wasn't going to do anything with them, and I was like, hey, I could just convert this into stuff that I can put in my house. So we've got those figures set up in there. I'm going to have the Balrog set up in the living room. It just looks good. Looks really good.
Yeah. That is cool.
Yeah.
So, is that it for your haul?
I guess so, because I thought I had more, but I forgot I had shown some of that. I didn't know I had shown all the Metallica figures last episode. I completely forgot. So,
well, you didn't show us the fourth one.
Yeah, you didn't show us. What's his face?
We know what he looks like. I just didn't have him yet.
Oh, is he being shipped to you?
Oh no, I've got him now. That was when I went to pick him up. Is when
the guy left him at home or something. Yeah,
it was weird. So I had to go back and get him. But no, once I got him, it was great.
Yeah. So my haul consists of one figure this week. Ooh. Robin King, with the Batman or the baby Darkseid. What's his name? God.
What is that from? That looks evil.
Darkfather. Sorry, Darkfather.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It's basically, I think it's Darkseid growing up. I mean, just as Batman, maybe. I can't remember. See, there was one time Batman. I didn't read all the metal stuff, but I think at one time Batman had like a baby Darkseid.
Yeah,
because Darkseid maybe died and.
This was. So I haven't read all of metal either. I've only read the first event, but there was a baby Darkseid, and I think that's an after effect of the Darkseid War. Yeah, I think he got killed in the Darkseid War, but at the end they revealed that there was like maybe an infant version of him.
Yeah, they brought him back somehow.
Cared for by I forgot what her name was, Grail or something.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So and then I just got a cool Azrael figure too, just a few minutes ago, but I don't have it with me. Oh no, Austin has it.
There it is.
Austin has it. So yeah, can't wait to get my hands on that one.
So explain this to me. What's up with this guy, and what's up with the gold label collection? I don't get any of that.
So the gold label is just I think this is like store exclusive kind of stuff. So where'd you get that? Target or Walmart?
Walmart, yeah.
So that's a Walmart exclusive. And
okay.
You can only get them at Walmart. Now, if you had the platinum sticker at the bottom, if you ever see the platinum sticker, that's like a
chase figure
kind of thing that's harder to get. Yeah.
Kind of like there's the Batman with the goggles up is one, right?
Yep. The Gorilla Grodd, silver suited Gorilla Grodd's one, and he's like super expensive now. And then there is the Dr. Fate that has like a lighter blue suit.
Yeah. Well, also Well, also isn't there a Batman Beyond with like the
but is it a platinum edition or is it a gold label?
I don't know. All I know is that it's a variant and apparently seems pretty rare because everybody seems to want it. And I can't find it anywhere. I'm not. So I might be wrong. I don't know if that's a platinum or not.
Yeah. So we'll see.
Yeah.
But that was my haul.
I don't have a haul.
I've mainly been. I've just mainly been unboxing like toys we had already bought. Like me and my wife got throughout the year. We'll find stuff that we're gonna display for Halloween, and so we put out Scream, the NECA Scream Ghostface killer figure. We put out a Toonie Terrors Michael Myers, Toonie Terrors Beetlejuice. And then we have this like the I think I showed them in a previous episode, but like the Nightmare Before Christmas set. It's like the Jack Skellington and what was the girl's name? Sally.
Sally. Yeah, I was going to say
Sully. Sally. We got Jack. We got Sally and Oogie Boogie, and some witch, some sort of witch. But we bought her. We got her because it was like at Walgreens, and she was a witch. So we just thought, that's Halloweenish. But what's cool about the other figures is they kind of have like a diorama that comes with them, so you kind of build this thing around them. It just looks really cool and Halloweeny. So we got that set up, and then we got that in one part of the house, kind of building up, and then we've got like the Metallica band over there where our record set is, so it looks really cool. I'll tell you, those Mcfarland figures, once I got them out of the boxes and set them up, they look so good. They look so good.
They do. They do. I remember having. I don't know that I have any more other than the DC stuff. I don't know that I have any more Mcfarland. Yes, I do. I have one football, like Michael Vick from way back when.
Nice.
When he played for the Falcons. And that's the extent of my Mcfarland collection. I
wish I could get my hands on an Angus Young. It's like the same year. They were like, all of that was like Metallica, and all that was 2001, I think. And I think they did an Angus Young figure. I would really like to get my hands on that.
I remember like late 90s to some like mid 2000s. I was really into Mcfarland stuff, man. I mean, I had most of the Spawn stuff that he released when he was Todd's Toys. Then he changed to Mcfarland Toys. And then even the movie Maniacs, like the first few waves of those, I had those, some of the baseball figures, some of the football figures. Because, man, when those football figures first came out, they had variants, the different jerseys, like home and away jerseys. Some of those things were like super hard to get and super expensive.
What were the movie Maniac ones?
So they had like the first wave. I can't remember. It had I had Michael Myers, the Scream guy.
I was going to say, I saw somebody that must have had that entire wave, and they looked so good because they had Michael Myers, they had the Ghostface Killer from Scream. They had, I think, Jason.
Yep, Pumpkinhead from Pumpkinhead. And then
I'm surprised that one. That's the series I'm surprised is popular enough to get a figure.
Yeah, but I think it was like he was like in the first wave, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
And then he had some really cool stuff. It was just like generic monster play sets. So the figures weren't as big, if I'm remembering correctly. They were more in the 4-inch scale action figure range, but they came in like these little play sets. So you had like a vampire that looked really cool, a Frankenstein's monster, a werewolf. Those were really, really cool sets. And then he went off kind of like the deep end with like Clive Barker kind of horror figure kind of stuff. And
did he do Candyman?
Yes, he did.
Clive Yeah, that's Clive Barker.
I think he did do Candyman in the movie Maniacs. Man, God Almighty, he did so much cool stuff. Austin Powers. I used to have all the Austin Powers figures. Yeah.
I still would like. I think we talked about it at the toy convention me and you went to. I wouldn't mind having like the Dr. Evil and like an Austin Powers figure. They just look good. I mean, my local comic shop still got what's his name? Seth Green's character.
Oh, Scott.
Yeah, they got a Scott still floating around.
You just don't get it, do you?
And then he did Shrek figures too. He was the first one to have the Shrek license.
Oh yeah, he wasn't he?
Yeah. So there was some pretty cool stuff there. I don't think it really did well, but
he did a cool thing where he was getting a lot of pop culture licenses to make shows that typically wouldn't have action figure sets made for him. Like he got Lost,
Matrix.
He got Matrix. He got 24. What else did he do? He got The Walking Dead first, comics and the show. And also like he did a big multiple waves of Assassin's Creed from that.
Didn't he do like some Halo figures too, I think, at one time?
I think he did a couple Halo.
Like he was like the first one to do Halo. I can't remember. I'm not a big Halo fan, so I just remember seeing, maybe like he did Halo.
I think Austin's researching it. Maybe.
No, I don't know. I don't know if he did or not.
But I mean, one day we ought to do a show just dedicated to like Mcfarland toys and just go through like the history of everything.
Oh yeah,
that he's done. Because I mean, aside from being like super informative, I mean, it's just interesting to go back and look, especially because I had a lot of that stuff.
Oh, yeah.
I'll be honest with you. I wish I had. I'll be honest. I would love to have some of these now. Like this. I would love to have this Morpheus figure.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot the extent of like the Matrix figures. I was, I was really limited in what I thought that he'd done figures for. I thought he had just done the Trinity and Neo from the big gunfight in the lobby.
Yeah, I like these.
And those and the big jump bullet dodge from the fight between Smith and Neo in the subway.
Those are the only two that I actually had right there.
Really?
Yeah, but see, there's. I'll tell you, I saw this comic shop not long ago. It was this Trinity figure here.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to find a standalone shot of that figure, but it actually looked really good, and I was considering buying it. I think they were selling her for $20.
See, but for all the so these figures do they have pretty good posability?
No. Well, see, a lot of them are already
action figures. Yeah, they're action figures.
I was mainly looking at those that were kind of just standing up, like they're figures.
The other ones.
Like if you go back to those other ones.
Yeah. I was going to say, the one I was looking at, the one like Trinity and all that, they look more like posable. Like these,
I was thinking
this line.
I was thinking, well, for all the accessories that come with it, usually you'll think that when you have all those accessories available, you'd have to be able to pose them in different ways to be able to, hold them for different poses.
Yeah, but I forget. See, they didn't push these as much though, but they did have this line out of the these figures that were more like traditional figures. But like you said, the main ones I ever saw were like these, like
statues,
something like this. Now, oh man, I want that. I'm looking at this figure. I want that with him in the katana.
I bet you could get it cheap, man. I mean, a lot of
it's 80 here, but yeah.
Oh, really?
If I could, here it says it 80 on Walmart, but that's Walmart.
You probably find it better on eBay,
right? I'm saying I'm looking like that's probably going to be in the wild, probably a $30 to $40 figure.
Yeah, I'm looking on eBay. People are asking maybe $50 for it.
Well, here's a question.
There's one loose for like $11.99.
Well, here's a question considering, what's coming up this year in terms of movies, and considering that Mcfarland handled the first 3 movies in terms of like making figures for them. Do you think he'll be making a wave for the upcoming Matrix Resurrections?
If it's marketable, I mean, if it's like right to do figures from it and stuff, I bet he'll have the license for it. I don't see why not.
When does the movie come out?
It's the end of the year.
Oh, this year?
Yeah,
unless they push it.
I don't think they will.
I hope not. I'm already mad enough that they pushed Top Gun and Jackass to next year. I'm so mad.
Jackass got pushed? Huh.
Yeah.
Jackass,
because Jackass was supposed to come out this month, September.
Oh, it was,
which I will say, because they haven't been marketing it, it would have been kind of weird to put it out this month because I hadn't seen a big push. It's only been hype. Like
I think everybody's been really hesitant lately, because of how the COVID's kind of making and it's gotten it's
and then it got worse. I was going to say then with
the
the BAM stuff, then with take the COVID stuff and then mix in the drama with BAM, it probably just started making everything so toxic.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. See, I was just did a quick Google search. There's been nothing released about, collectibles from that movie.
Yeah.
So
there's no, I mean, I would like to just know.
It might be after the fact, if people like it, maybe they'll like say, oh yeah, we'll license some stuff for it.
And have y'all heard any spoilery stuff about the new Matrix movie? Because I've read a description of the trailer.
Yeah. I do. The one cool thing I do like from the trailer, if it's true, I do like that they're using, or for the trailer at least, I like that they're using White Rabbit by Jefferson Starship.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a perfect song for that type of story. Oh,
yeah, for sure. I mean,
that's what they're doing.
Where can they go?
That's my question. I don't know, but at this point, I'm just like, I don't care. As long as it's got kung fu and bullet time in it, I'm all right, I guess.
It sounds like it could be fun. And the stuff I saw them filming looked pretty wild. Like the stuff I caught them filming, they looked like there's some cool chase scenes coming up. It looked more old school chase scenes, not these overly super stylized ones like it got in like Reloaded.
Mm-hmm.
So it looks like it's more just, but it looks like be fun. I'm interested.
Yeah.
I'm ready for a trailer to come out so I can see.
Yeah,
maybe we'll get
I'm hesitant. I'm just ready. I'm just holding my breath until it comes out. And we'll see if it's any good.
See.
I have high hopes.
I guess we'll see which half of the Wachowskis was more of the creative force behind this Matrix, because we only got one Wachowski doing it this time. It's just it's Lana, right?
Yeah, Lana.
The other Wachowski sister, she's not involved with this one.
Yeah, I was gonna say and I get her reasoning too. I read like an interview that she did, and she explained kind of why she bowed out of the new one, and I get it. After they were shooting all that stuff, and probably after Speed Racer, they went into that long stretch of stuff where it was like Cloud Atlas, which was big enough. It was like
Jupiter
Cloud
Ascending.
Atlas, Jupiter. I'm trying to think which ones came first. If it was Cloud Atlas, Jupiter Ascending, and then Sense8, or Sense8 and Jupiter Ascending. But all of that, it was just like boom, 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 boom. It was, and she was just like, "Look, I need to separate. I need to take myself away from this and do stuff."
I can get
completely out. And I'm like, I get that. Yeah. And on top of that, she was like, I don't see why we should go back to this. So I guess Lana was
like a bet going on between them of like, if everybody hates it, I told you not to.
I told you, bitch. I told you.
It's the nostalgia factor. Nostalgia wins 9 times out of 10.
Yeah.
If it's done right, though.
Yeah.
I mean, so
it's got a good
and you can only blame it on the creator, because it's the creator. One of the creators bringing it back. So if it sucks, it's her fault.
So I mean, I don't know if we talked about this last time we talked, because I know we skipped a week. Did y'all see the Spider-Man trailer?
Oh
yes.
Yes, I did see that.
So
yes.
So the nostalgia factor's big there as well, and in all reports, are saying that it's going to be like huge nostalgia factor.
I'm hearing the dirt. I hear it's basically like a big open dirty secret that nobody will admit, because probably jobs are on the line if somebody lets it spill. But the big thing is that apparently we may see Toby and Garfield and Andrew Garfield's Parkers appear,
but they're also saying that like the rumors from what I'm reading is that when they show up in the movie, which is probably about almost halfway, I think, or something like that, they said they're co-leads the rest of the way. I think.
Yeah, Spider-Man.
Yeah. So
I mean,
that's gonna be kind of interesting. I mean, that's be kind of weird, like how you do that, but at the same time, like whatever they can make it fun and whatever.
Yeah, I mean, I would love to revisit them just so I could, kind of like the stuff with Batman, the Flash stuff coming up. You can get some closure with these characters, which I would love.
You're not getting closure. You're getting more. You don't
think this could be potential closure?
No, this is the start.
I don't think we're going to get more Andrew Garfield Spider-Man movies or Tobey Maguire Spider-Man movies. Maybe some like animated TV series, like a Marvel What If type thing, maybe something like that. I don't see them committing to doing that again.
I don't know, man. Some of the rumors are pointing that Tobey Maguire at least has signed more than just a one movie deal.
I mean,
I would love to see him come back.
I'm for it. But they also got to get Kirsten Dunst back for it too.
I think she's in this movie.
Oh, she is. I mean, I have no problem with that. No,
I think. I mean, that they said that she was spotted on set one day.
Here's the deep cut. They also got God, I'm forgetting her name now. Oh, how did I forget her name?
Emma.
Stone?
No, not her. The girl who was going to be playing Mary Jane in Amazing Spider-Man 2.
Yeah. Aaron Rodgers' girlfriend.
Help me think of her name, Austin.
I'm just trying to think of who she was from. Like, what was she in before that?
She was in that Divergent movie.
The Descendants. Or Descendants was what I knew her
Shailene
from.
Woodley, wasn't it?
Yeah. Shailene.
She probably could have. She probably could have done a pretty good Mary Jane. Like, I could see her being like a really comic booky character.
She filmed scenes. Yeah, she filmed scenes for it. For Amazing Spider-Man 2, they cut it last
She
minute.
did, but Emma Stone, some people were asking her for some movie she was doing, and on the interview rounds, they were asking her, and she's like, "Can I no comment?"
I wonder. Well, they got to explain that. I mean, I wonder if they'll even be like any kind of explanation if that happens, because
well, you're dealing with multiverse.
Our next step.
Yeah, well, you're dealing with multiverse, so it may not even be the same Andrew Garfield Spider-Man. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, when you see that pumpkin bomb roll out,
that's
somebody
from the first Spider-Man.
Somebody pointed out a bunch of different moments that look like cameos from previous villains. They said one moment looked like Reese Ephron. What's his name? Or am I saying his name wrong? The guy who played Kurt Connors in Amazing Spider-Man 1.
Oh yeah.
You're talking about you're
Reese Evans.
Yeah, something like that. I never feel like I'm saying his name right, but it's like Reese. Yeah,
it's Reese spelled Rhys.
Yeah, and then Iffens, weird last name.
Yeah.
Iffens.
They said it looked like his it looked like there was a moment you can screenshot that looked like a lizard was coming up behind Peter. Then we saw Willem Dafoe's pumpkin bomb.
Mm-hmm.
And we saw,
and you hear him.
Yeah, you hear him.
Hear his laugh.
We obviously saw Doc Ock at the end.
You see some lightning.
We saw yellow lightning.
And Jamie Foxx has already been confirmed for the movie.
Yeah. But also, they said if you look, the yellow lightning looks like it's striking a lot of sand. So someone was also suggesting.
I was going to say, I'm pretty sure I saw Sandman.
Yeah,
that would be kind of funny though, because I mean, I just thought Sandman was kind of comical in Spider-Man 3. So if they somehow can tie him, like bring him back into this, but actually kind of tweak it and fix it, so he just, I don't know, like, so he's better. He's too.
I would say he was the stronger part of the villains for Spider-Man 3. I liked him a lot more than Venom.
For sure. But like, it was just that, even going back and watching Spider-Man 3, I'm just like, I'm here for the closure of the Peter and Harry story. Yeah. Everything else is so weak. So weak.
Yeah. I think if they had just scraped off the Venom stuff and just had it be Sandman, I would say Sandman and the Green Goblin stuff, but you probably want to cut a lot of that. I'd cut a lot of. I would have just focused. Asian storyline.
I would have focused on the evil Goblin story and the Sandman, and I just would have balanced those two out, and then still have, maybe redeem Harry in the end, and he comes.
I don't think it was Sam Raimi's idea to do all that. I think that was kind of forced on him.
The Venom stuff was definitely. I think that was an Avi Arad thing where he.
And then Topher Grace is so good at making me hate him as that character, because I hate him. He's such a douche. He's just such an anti-Toby in that movie that it's perfect. I mean, it's perfect casting. It's just he just makes my skin crawl watching him in that movie.
But if you read the book, and he's worse in the book. Like the novelization. Well, I mean, I already dislike the novelizations because Peter David writes Peter as such a blowhard, like an annoying. Really? Yeah, if you read through him, he comes off.
Did Peter David write Spider-Man comics?
He read the Hulk. He's more famous for the Hulk. He read a long run on the Hulk.
Yeah. See, I'm only familiar with Peter David with his Star Trek stuff. Yeah. He wrote great Star Trek novels, but I don't know his comic stuff as well.
Yeah, his like internal Peter thought process. He's just such a he's like, oh man, he's full of himself. But he makes Topher Grace's Eddie Brock like borderline psychopath, like where he's actively stalking. Yeah, because they made it look like he was maybe Gwen's like on again, off again boyfriend. It was very, very
in the movie. It was
harmless but hurt. He it looked like in the book it was very much more spelled out. There's like she turned him down, but he's like
stalking her
from back here. You can't see me.
I can smell you.
I can smell you. What? I'm over here.
Jesus,
it's much more pronounced that he is just like full on psycho. But I'm curious. Yeah, if this whole trip down memory lane, I wonder how that's going to work it for a storyline.
As long as it's good, I'll dig it. I mean, I don't know. We'll see.
The whole idea of like them trying to kind of loosely do a version of Brand New Day is a bold move.
Yeah,
the idea of like trying to erase everything. Erase everyone's memory of.
I think once we get a few more movies into it, we'll realize maybe Wanda or the Scarlet Witch is the whole reason the multiverse is broken. Like she did something in WandaVision.
I wouldn't be surprised if like the whole thing with Kang being, because it seems like they've been playing up that actor as being like he might be the next big bad.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if that's a red herring and he just gets killed by Wanda and she becomes the, kind of.
Well, I was reading some article and they say if you put the last episode of WandaVision, at that exact moment, he
can hear like it's almost like he senses her coming to fruition, like as an entity, as the Scarlet Witch,
So and Doctor Strange and what is it, the Multiverse of Madness, that movie, I think is gonna. I hope it doesn't wrap up the whole multiverse. I think it's just everything's getting started. Really, and I think in my mind, I think Wanda is probably the bad guy.
Yeah,
in that movie,
it's going to be curious if they're going to make her be redeemable. Though she's done some pretty, she's getting toward where she might be able to go toward that. There's always always a dramatic in storytelling and movie storytelling. There's always the dramatic point of no return where they have a moment where they can choose whether or not to kill someone.
Yeah,
that's a story point moment, and when they do it, that's considered that point of no return. They cannot be redeemed. The only way they can redeem themselves is through sacrifice. Like Kylo Ren. That happened. It's a very it's a trope that happens over and over. You can find it all the time. It's either once that point's crossed, unless you're really playing against it. Like say Jaime Lannister, you can go against it in that way, but
that's her thing though. That's her thing. No more mutants.
Yeah,
no more mutants.
But in her version, it might be to create the mutants.
Yeah,
because we still haven't seen them appear yet. Really, I don't think.
Yeah, well, Black Widow. They said the first. I mean, some no name.
But they say it like off here. Way over here where somebody else says it, and it's not even part of the movie. Itself.
Yeah.
So
we'll see.
Yeah,
we'll see.
But I guess that kind of winds us down for the night.
Yeah, I was going to say we're at the hour mark.
I feel like that was a good conversation, man.
Yeah. Yep.
So
we'll beautifuls.
Hopefully be back next week.
Hopefully.
We'll be back. We'll be back, guys. I love everybody.
Maybe not Thursday.
We'll be back. Though.
Maybe Friday. Maybe Friday. Yeah.
All right. Later days.
That toy life.
To catch these ghosts, you need the real Ghostbusters.
Nice landing, Han Solo.
Spaceships and Luke Skywalker sold separately. Batteries not included.
That toy life.